We're in Newry, and this is one of the shopping centres, can't remember what you call it. Find the name of it and we'll go down. There's a bit of water here. That's Newry Shipping Canal. Come on, Wallow, need to come out this way, pet. Very busy road. Come on. That'll girl. Come on behind the wee barrier. The harbour now is out at Warren Point. But if you imagine back in the days of sailing ships, and you unload a sailing ship on the horse and carts, Warren Point's a long way away. So they get the ships down to Newry, they built the canal. But it's not a canal for barges, it's a proper ship canal where the actual ships would have come down. And we're going to go past the lock gates shortly. The lock gates are still there and it still works. And there's one all year I was here, and there was some kind of walk taking place. I see a group of walkers up there now. And one of the boys in the council, he got in a wee van and he was told to lower the height of the water before this event took place. And I just happened to be up there when he was operating the machinery to lower the water. So it's not often it happens. I don't think many ships go up and down there. But saying that, if these boats are going out, they have to get through that gate. So everything still works. The gates is like something you get out of Titanic, but we'll see that when we get up. That wee boat needs a wee bit of work done to it. See, it makes you wonder. You park over there, you've got an hour. Well, you're going to get a parking ticket. Bring a boat in here. Oh, stay as long as you want. Does it make sense? If I come down here in my caravan, I don't want a caravan stopping here. I don't know. But you can have an old taddy boat, like, and I can stay there for as long as you want. That's an old class system. Because even poor people can't afford taddy boats. The Keys. I got a couple of shopping centres here. Never been in them, because I'm always here with Willow. It's the usual shops in them anyway. So I'll come through here tomorrow. I'll have the caravan on behind. But Newry has normal canals as well. So once you get down the shipping canal, I think it goes down to a normal canal. Hello, on you out of there. Come on you out of there. How you doing? On your nose. You're annoying people again. Put that one there. That's like somebody saying Jane Bond if it was here. That would have cost money when it was a wooden deck. Pay extra for that. That's not just a cheap fiberglass there. That wee one looks up great ways done. I see the wee funnels in the front. So that's been a wee working boat there, rather than a pleasure craft. Oh, you don't know. It would be, because the wee one isn't on the side. It's all boat up now. Might have been a wee pleasure craft. But the funnels I got in the front, that's going down to the engines, like. Watertight hatch. No, that's meant to be out. That's designed to be out in rough water. Look at the funnel. Wouldn't be a steamship, that would it? It's got an oil burner in it now. That's an oil burner. That's like an oil burner chimney in the top. It looks like a diesel engine. So it's just meant to look like a steamship. It's got a diesel engine. It's got the wee cap on that the tractors and all used to have years ago. You don't get them on tractors now. Stop the rain coming down. And then the other one's an oil burner. It's for the heating. They've modernised it. That's what I reckon. But a decking and all in the back. Decking never looks right anywhere except decks. You put decking anywhere else, the grooves don't look right. Well, that's the end of the shipping canal. I don't think any point going around Newry now, because the problem with Newry, there's too much food. If we come back again and we've plenty of time, the shops are closed, we'll go around Newry. This is the Albert Basin. It says so on that. The river's at the other side of that wall. Somewhere. The river's on the other side. See the green fence in the way in the distance, how this shows up? Look at that ship, two up there in the wee end in the middle. Big lump of ship. Come back this way now, Wallow. Let's go back this way. We're going to go down and see castles and things. We're going to Carlingford. Carlingford's got 3 castles. There's not many villages, towns, whatever you want to call it. It's got 3 castles. I always think if it hasn't got a Tesco or a proper supermarket, more or less a village, isn't it? Or a very small town. Oh, because one's on that boat, see if they're just going to do the shopping now. That shopping centre looks pretty modern. We're passing this, the lock gets down the way up, so we'll stop off at it. John Graham Drumore, contractors. See how duct tape can be used in anything. Use it in boats as well. With some of them boats, you can see the obvious DIYers making attempts at them, but at the end of the day they have to go in the sea. You wouldn't drive a car if it's in that condition, and yet if your car breaks down you have to get a tow truck, you have to join the AA or something. If they break down there, they cut it down alley and get it for free. There's not very many catamarans, you see. See how wide she is? Very unusual to see a catamaran sailing boat. They have lights all along there. It's worth the while, isn't it? I don't know why architects insist on doing all this kind of stuff, putting lights in the ground. There's something I never understand there as well. How do you get that island out there? You can't get it from this side. You know what it is? That's just another basin there. The wee lane goes down the other side, and the road of the water goes on the other side. It's like another basin. How do you? See where I'm parked down the road now. There's no WL lines. There's plenty of room there to pass, and that boy in front goes up on the curb. I never understand people go up on the curb. They don't have to. They block off pedestrians. Up we go. Well, now at the lock gate of this shipping canal up in Newry. It's about maybe 2-3 miles from Newry. Come on, honey. We see us. It's not like on your wee canals. Well, this side. See, why does you have to always go away from what I want to? The car's coming like. Oh. And hold you on there, honey. No, stay there. Well, stay there. Stay there. Right, you can see originally you would have done it by hand. They don't do it by hand no more. It's all hydraulics. All these mod cons on now, like it's all hydraulics. That wee boring bunker down there, that's where the controls are. Go down that way. But that's the old way there. Look at the gates. That's as close to Titanic as you're going to get there, like. All the big rivets and stuff. So them gates, they look like they're hollow inside. You see all the caps on them. Every section's got a wee cap on it. I'm just thinking, I need to start putting a strap on this because I dropped this camera. You also, I just noticed there, no, it's different. I'll walk across that once I get her in the car. She's going to play up. Look at that there. Look at that. I don't want to start on that road. Hold on there. How they got a torch? What? Where have they got a torch? We want in the car, have we? Did I put it back in the car? Alright. I'm going to get things on YouTube that other ones haven't got. I didn't know that was hollow there, pal. What to do with a torch? Well, one time I left it in the caravan again. Oh, what? Did I not bring it out this morning? See, you take it in to get it charged and stuff. Never brought the torch out. Everywhere I go, I need a torch. Well, one last look on the boot. I wouldn't be buried because I only had the torches yesterday. They should just be sitting handy. Both torches are in the caravan again. Well, I give up. No point in putting an Orbie torch in. If you ever come to this shipping canal here, bring a torch with you and a GoPro and stick it down these things here. This one's probably the same. Oh, hollow. Big drop. Probably goes down the canal. That one there's not making no noise. Let me see. Hello? Hello? I can see the water in this one here. See the big wires now? All it is a winch. That's all it is. So what's the idea of having the hole there? Well, don't you do nothing stupid. I don't know. How does that work? You know what it is? That cable would have went round that pulley. And then she must have went back down again. Something's how do you pull something? Not the big cogs there. Big teeth in the cogs. So when you turn the handle here, bear in mind a man had to turn this handle. So it can't be that tough that you can't possibly move. There's your wee gears and all, like up and down, left and right. And see, to turn them handles, the handles will let the water. What all you have in a canal? You gotta let the water out first. You gotta let water in. And then you gotta open the gate. That's just your process, like. Not down here, well. So if you want the ship to come in there now, you've got to let that water out. So one of them things would have let the water out originally. You think it'd be the one on the far side would let the water out. Now once she's at the right height, you open them gates, bring your boat in, close it up, refill it. So another one of them has to let water in. The size of big rocks, bearing in mind of ships bumping against this wall. Rolling boats, big ships. So there's original fence back there. Keep one's back. That was health and safety and was there. Now it's way back there. That's the wee hut there. They always make important stuff look as boring. If they made that look exciting, vandals would be at it. Look at the padlocks there. There must be cheap things there, like. And the day I seen the boy working it, he didn't have them off. He was just lowering the water. But it's all electric now. There's a greenway now the whole way into Newry, which you cross this, see why done up now, make it handy and all, like. So you're crossing the canal gate, but you don't have, it doesn't make it look as scary. Well, I might actually cross it here. I was beginning to think was that for wheelchairs, but it's not, because this here's in the way. This is very good, that's stainless steel. That wee wire there, like. Are you going to try it, pet? It's only a wire and all, it's not slippy. Well, it's not scared of heights, it's slipping. A wee back leg doesn't work right. And you can't keep it straight if it's anything slidey, it goes out the way. That cable there looks a lot more modern than the one over there, it's all rusted. That one there has been changed at some time. There, them boys there. That's the valves that let the water in and out. You'd had to turn them originally. So two of them's probably letting the water run out into the river, and the other two is letting the water run in. Or it could be the other way around. The tide could be higher than the canal, in which case you don't want the water flooding the canal. Wouldn't it be good to see a ship going through that? Bear in mind it doesn't take super tankers, like that's what the ships were in them days. So the tide's still out in the river. So you can see there's no way you're going to get a boat down that river today. All the boats have been stuck out there, and people in there, they were starving, like they needed the grain and stuff, the oats and all that. They had to be brought in. All the cotton, they'll bring them in from America, all the slaves, bring them in the sailing ships into the mills. Here's another wee bit of infrastructure here, little. You don't need to go in there, could open that gate up, but you don't need to. That's more or less like a conventional mill. That's letting water out into the river. It's hydraulic now. Still got the original, it's all concrete. So it's original to what time? Just thinking now, how would you work that? If you pull it up, it has to let water out the bottom, but no, but you don't want. If you let the water out the bottom, the whole canal could drain completely. That's how it works inside mills. The water does go out the bottom. But then this here would be empty. That's full there, that would be empty on a normal mill. So going with that there now, there's more water going into that canal. It must be getting a water source from somewhere else, because the river is lower than this canal, and yet water is flowing back down this canal towards the river. So there must be another water, it must be getting water from the mountain to keep it filled up. There's that wee arch over there, the far side, wee bridge. I wonder there's a water coming out, you don't see the water moving there. But it must be getting water in from somewhere else. A lot of one's fishing too in that place. But there's the path there, the greenway. You go the whole way to Newry down there. I wouldn't fancy walking it, but great to cycle with. See, it was interesting in history, you can see that. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. That grill there has to go out somewhere. Well, hold on now, wee minute, pedal. Well, hold on a minute. Take a wee peeky here. You think if there's water flowing out, or west the motorway. There's another wee huge over there, that lets the water out. No, I see no water going out there. So that water now is leaking out of that canal. Not there. See there's water running out. There's your thing over there. Your wee gate. It's just the thing's still full, you see. There it is there. No, is it? That's not it. That's not it. There's water running out, but that's probably just leakage rather than that drain. We have to work these things out. These engineering boys, they're no two the same. Not the proper steps, not over there. This one's still got the handle on it. Manhole covers. You probably left them up and that's empty underneath like them other things were. You probably see a way down, wee ladder going down. So you turn that boy there. At once upon a time. See, I must have had some time a wee height gauge on it. What's that for? Steps over here. Look at these wee steps over here. Well made. You see here, there's big lumps of stone, but look at this here. There's your proper granite over here. Well, the difference in the quality. They would have had a wee fence around here, funny enough. This fence is away now. Well, the day the big butts wouldn't have fence here. You wouldn't get a rope on with a fence no way. There a wee wooden bit up here there. That's an old boat waiting to witness turn. You see the wee shipping channel, so they had to drain that bit of the, they have to dig that bit of the river out. There's a sandbank there, like, straight in front of us. You can see down there, just down at the bottom, the seaweed's covering it, and that's the hole, that's where the water gets let out. That will bubble up once they open the valves. So you open that valve there at the top, the water pours out the bottom. So it's the exact same as an Armagh canal. That water we see down in there is piped to the other side. There's how you let the water out of the gates. It's dulled by them there. See the wee handles, you turn the handles, lifts the paddles up. So it looks to me that's how you still let the water out. You still turn and let the water out. Because that's all stainless steel. So the top's old, but the mechanism's modern. Open and close them. And the actual open and closing the gate's electric. Well, you're getting as noisy as me, pet. I noticed that about you. Hello? 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 It's worth checking these out, Willow. It's worth checking them out. Come on out. I knew Willow would love it. I knew it. There's picnic tables here, I think. Well, we'll take a wee walk around them. Right there, look, all the modern mod cons there now. Some wee gadgetry going on down there. But if that lock was lowered, that gate's as big as that gate. So in the water, it makes it look smaller. Things weigh tons, tons. There's more. How many mechanisms do you need? Them's all into the old mechanisms. But there's not much stopping wee veins coming in here, is there? The gate doesn't even close itself. They want to get one of them gates with the wee fancy hinges where it closes itself. Waller's getting very good at crossing bridges. I'm just looking, usually when you have to service a canal, you drop on timber, you see. And I can see the slots each side, but the top of it is sealed, you wouldn't get timber in, but that must be, if they have to take one of these gates away, you slot timber in. Maybe with these gates here, maybe they slot on steel. A couple of wee memorials here. Hello! A couple of wee memorials here. Captain Harry Hollywood, Master Mariner, born and sailed for Newport. So I think that one there's for, that's for more or less anybody who's died in the sea. The memorial was erected in memory of the generations of seafarers who sailed from these waters in recognition of their courage, endurance and fortitude. You've got the Privet, launched in 1936. On the 5th of 12th, 1940, left Birkenhead with a cargo of coal and disappeared with all hands. The captain was 40 from Manalong. So that's where the crew came from. 40 years old Manalong, 34 Newry, 33 Carrickfergus, 50 years old Waterford, 21 Fahan Newry, 37 Carrickfergus, 23 from Newry, 41 Fahan Newry, and 20 Dublin. That's where the crew came from. SS Walnut was launched in 1910, and 27th of 10th 1941 left Birkenhead again for carrying up coal, disappeared with all hands. Dodgy stuff bringing coal in them days, wasn't it? 1941 could have been a German torpedo. (1940) what date did the war start? 5th of 12th 1940, could have been Germans. It's funny how 2 coal ships disappear, isn't it? Germans. The stone was put down in 2012. This one here is for one particular ship. SS Alder, MV, this was 2. SS Alder and MV Carry. The Alder, she sank at Greencastle, County Down, the 4th of April 1937 after being rammed by SS Lady Calvin whilst lying at anchor in dense fog. See, yes, I mean, even when you're sitting eating your dinner, like, and nothing moving, and you're a wee, just out there, like, fuck's sake, where's Wallow now? Fed up with cars I got there. Wallow! That should be banned there, like. Wallow! Come on! So they were sitting, not moving anywhere, anchored, another ship ran on the side of it, and yet the ones who weren't moving, so see the one ran under, they probably damaged the front. When they got ran from the sides, probably split them in 2. Those who died, 3 were rescued. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 died. Fireman from Newry, body was never found because he's down next to under the water level. His body's still in there today. An all boat launched in 1938. Kilbrony Steam Company. On the night of 15th of January 1942, she was severely damaged off the Liverpool bar following the sinking of a dredger that struck a mine. Fire broke out on board and 7 men were badly injured, including the captain. So most of these sea tragedies are to do with the war. That's supposed to be a wee model of the ship. There's another wee thing down here. Lots of wee bits and pieces. A wee light. You flip the wee thing up to make it red. What does this thing do here? You wind it up there, so it pulls the chain. And what happens when you pull the chain? Is that where the wee tunnel was underneath? When you pull the chain, you forces the toilet, doesn't it? And you get a chain pulled. Yeah, she's gone way down in there. Do you know the weird thing is that a lot of people don't know? Some canals had plug holes. Don't have plug holes. I don't think that would need a plug hole. But some canals inside have plug holes, so when they have to drain them, they have pipes that run under them. So you can drain a part of the canal and the water runs out for maintenance. Wallow! Wallow! Come on! Nobody can eat with Wallow. Wallow! Come on! It's terrible. Why does this should be right? Come on, Wallow! He's after you. He thinks you got food, Mom. We're going to the car. Mom. That's his water, he's after food. That's his fed and everything, like. Mom. Unit. She usually is scared of things like that. There's that many cars now doing that there, like. It's not as bad when they go on a straight line, but you see them go round in circles. The last day I was in Carrickfergus where there was 5 motorbikes, only wee motorbikes. One was backfiring, but they were just going up and down outside the castle. You know, between the traffic lights, trying to race each other. And like, they weren't going fast, but the noise, the bangs, backfiring, she was terrified in how you leave. It's just like a loud firework going off. Ah. We go now, well, you need a drink. You're thirsty looking. Come on now, let's go. There you are, automation now. Here we go. There's a European Union there. Yes, there's the wee badge. I like to get it on there. But the way down at the bottom, right enough. The Crown Estate. That's down the bottom too. Agriculture, Rural Development, Border Action, and Department of Community and Rural Affairs in the Republic. So where does she go? Automation of the Victoria Lock Gate. So the Victoria Lock Gate, that's in England. Where's the date? Where's the date? 2007. Alright, we were now. 2007. Why did the Republic put money in this? They're not going to get nothing out of that, I don't think. Well, come on now, well, they have their own harbour down there opposite Warren Point. It's quite a big complex if you look at it in the Google Maps. Couple wee picnic tables here. Look at this here wee thing. What's this? What's this? You must turn and get coronavirus. But what do you do if you turn it? Canal stories. Oh, we see this. It's supposed to be, I'm making electricity for it to play.
Please turn me till the message plays.
Granda, we've hiked all through Fathom Forest. I'm walked out.
Well, sit you down here and have a jam sandwich.
A sandwich? I didn't know we were bringing a picnic.
Well, it never hurts to be prepared for all eventualities. Now, while you've got your mouth full there, I'll tell you a wee story about the canal we're sitting beside. We're at Victoria Lock, which is the entry to and exit from the Newry Canal, which was 22 miles long, right the way from Fathom to Portadown. The canal was the first summit-level canal to be built anywhere in Ireland or Britain, rising to 78 feet above sea level at Points Pass.
You mean to say this hasn't always been here?
No, indeed. To be fair now, it was a bit before my time as well. The inland canal from Portadown to Newry actually opened in 1742, and boats got into the Clanrye River through a lock. The canal was then extended to Lower Fathom in 1769, and the lock there was named the Fortescue Lock, after Sir John Fortescue, who was the architect in charge of the project.
Well, it's very impressive, but why did they need to build such a long canal in the first place?
Didn't they discover coal deposits in County Tyrone, which led to the building of the canal so they could transport heaps of the stuff down to Carlingford to be exported?
I didn't know they had coal mines over in Tyrone.
Ah, you see, by around 1850 the coal mines from Tyrone had more or less run out, and so, funnily enough, coal imports actually became the main trade on the canal. By that time, Newry was a global trading centre with links across the world thanks to the canal. In 1842 they began a mighty 8-year extension and renovation of the whole thing, with Sir John Rennie supervising a 1.5-mile extension of the canal to Upper Fathom, as well as building Victoria Lock, where we are sitting now, and deepening the channel at Narrow Water. A new dock was also built at Albert Basin, and the waterway, as we know it today, opened in April 1850.
Whoa, that's a lot of work.
Without a doubt, but it allowed ships with a capacity of just over 1,000 tonnes to use the canal, so I suppose it was well worth it for the merchants who were shipping goods in and out all day, every day. This was in the era before supermarkets and online next-day deliveries, of course.
See you in that computer course in the library. Who knows half of what you are ordering and shipping in and out yourself?
I told you before, it never hurts to be prepared.
Please turn me till the message plays.
Well, I've been turning this last hour.
Tell me more about how the
Well, what am I
Victoria
saying?
Lock actually works, Granda.
Well, the lock here is 67
Whoa.
metres long and 15 metres wide, with the deepest bit going down to 5 metres. Originally, these lock gates were manually operated, and the men who worked here came from Newry, Fathom and the Omeath area. This is a tidal lock, so the men would have had to attend twice a day, depending on tide times, rain or shine, noon or night. Those poor fellas often had to walk down the hill in the pitch black if the tide was right.
Do people still have to do that today?
This whole site closed to commercial traffic back when I was young in 1974. After the canal closed, it fell into disrepair, and although some lock gates have since rotted away, the lock walls themselves are mostly in great nick, since they were originally constructed from local Mourne granite. Then they fixed the place up again in 2007, making this a great place for a walk or a picnic. And while they were doing that, they automated Victoria Lock. Then in 2017, the lock gates were removed, refurbished and repainted, and the lock was dredged again.
What's automated? Like a robot?
You're not far off. Put very simply, a lock is a device used for raising and lowering boats between stretches of water of different levels on river and canal waterways. Locks can make a river easier to navigate, or they can allow canals to cross land that isn't flat. Since 2007, our gates here have been semi-automated, so a boat has to make an appointment to come through them. Then a team of 2 men come and run the electrically powered hydraulic pumps to open the gate and provide safety assistance to the boat. The lock only works at high tide, and even at the highest of spring tides, the level of water in the canal is kept higher than the water in Carlingford Lock.
That sounds like a pretty good system.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
Granda!
Hold on, I'm going to stay here for I need to
Please
talk quicker.
turn me till the message plays.
I'm just taking the piss now. I've been
When
turning
we
it.
head back up through Fathom
I don't think I
Forest,
can turn it all.
This far
I just let the cable go in it.
I'm wrecked.
but sure, if we make it up to the Flagstaff, we'll be treated to one of the finest panoramic views in Ireland, overlooking Carlingford Lock, counties Armagh, Down and Louth,
I was up there,
and the
Pet.
provinces of
Wasn't really
Ulster
worth
and
it going.
Leinster. Plus, I'll give you a chocolate biscuit.
Why is
Oh,
there
you'd go for a biscuit, wouldn't you?
there anyway?
It's another one of our proud local traditions. For generations, a flag was raised up high to let locals know about the arrival of a ship on Carlingford Bay. People would then row out to the ship in the lock in order to get ahead of the queue and sort themselves out with a job before it docked. Of course, that might not have been the only reason. A few scoundrels tell me the flag was also raised to warn of customs in the area, which runs along the border.
Scoundrels. There.
Well, maybe my uncle told me that. Nothing to do with me, young Sophie. Certainly not. And believe it or not, the Flagstaff even had a festival named after it at one point. The Flagstaff Fiesta.
A festival? Right here? Who played at it?
Father Henry Devlin from the parish of Upper Craigan started the event in 1968 to raise some funds for the parish. And believe it or not, he attracted the one, the only, the unmissable Dana back in 1970, fresh from her Eurovision triumph. Oh, that was some shindig.
Who? Oh, this will bring it back again. Except, what's the bands that people have heard of at times?
Bands that people have heard of. That's an Irish national treasure you're talking about. Anyway, in 2016, the community held a new Flagstaff Fiesta, and a flag flew there for the first time in 30 years or more, celebrating the long and glorious friendship between Fathom, the canal, and the sea itself. There's not a lot up there other than the friendship to sustain people.
You're telling me I can't even get for...
I'm paused. Please turn me some more.
Fuck's sake. Oh, what was that noise? Is that the record changing? Oh, she's loose.
Didn't I tell you?
I'm talking about agriculture, you cheeky madam. The men went out to sea instead to send their money home. People like Captain Harry Hollywood, Commodore of the Fisher Fleet in Newry, and a man with a career at sea spanning over 6 decades.
Oh, they come back and all day. Finish this
It was
one.
a career choice though, and many local men sadly paid the ultimate price. During World War II, between December 1940 and October 1941, 6 men from Fathom died when 2 Newry ships, SS Privet and SS Walnut, disappeared with all hands in the Irish Sea. But right up to the end of 1950s, almost every house in Fathom had at least one family member at sea.
So why didn't you go?
Well, I was only born in 1951.
Whoops.
So there's only 4 altogether, the rest is
Please
Gaelic.
turn me till the message
Hang on,
begins.
get on with it. Me and Will's things to do.
Sophie, put that phone away and take a look around you. There's the canal and estuary, the forest and mountain. The still fresh water in the man-made canal set against the restless estuarine seawater. This view captures the essence of the Irish landscape, and you're staring at huge
They put the more boring story to the end because they know most people aren't going to get that far.
ducks, like the noisy mallard you can hear, the quieter teal and tufted ducks, often paddle along in the canal water, especially at high tide. As the tide drops, they move off to dabble in the rich mud and pools exposed by the tide, feeding on all kinds of insects, worms and snails hidden in the mud.
Ducks eat
Are you bored now?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I learned. I think I must prepare.
We've seen lots of wildlife this last while, haven't we? We've seen walking fish and everything. I'm going to have to set a system up here on our pocket for the keys pit. We can't keep on looking for keys every time. Got it now. It's in the left pocket. I very rarely put it in the left pocket. I'm normally a back pocket person, or a right pocket, but it's in the left that time. Caught me out. I still playing now. You see how funny is that? I play on now. I'll play now for the rest of the day. It's kept me paddling there for ages. Ugh.